A college student returns home after a night out with friends. Hours later, she was found brutally murdered inside her apartment.
Trigger warning. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Hey, welcome back to Katie Knows Crime. My name's Katie, and today we're going to be going over the case of Faith Hedgepeth. Faith was born September 26, 1992. She was a member of the Alua Sapenya Native American tribe and grew up in North Carolina. Faith attended the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Friends described her as caring, ambitious, funny, and social, and she wanted to become a pediatrician. Faith was close with her family and friends, and she was also part of a sorority where she was very close with her sorority sisters. One thing that stands out about Faith is how loved she was by people. They often described her as warm and genuine. Faith lived with her roommate, Karen Hicks. The two were friends and constantly went out together. Like many college students, Faith enjoyed parties, nightlife, and hanging out with her friends. But according to people very close to her, she was also very responsible and extremely focused on school. September 6, 2012, Faith and Karen went out to a nightclub called The Thrill nightclub. Witnesses said that Faith appeared normal, but at some point Karen became intoxicated, and the two eventually returned home during the very early morning hours. According to Karen, she became sick, went to bed, and later even left the apartment briefly with another friend. When Karen returned, hours later, Faith was dead. Faith had been brutally beaten. Investigators also found signs of struggle, alcohol bottles, and fast food. There was also a very strange message that was found, reportedly reading, "I'm not a stupid thief, jealous." This became one of the most debated details in the case. Honestly, that note makes the crime feel even more disturbing because it feels personal. One of the creepiest pieces of evidence was a voicemail that was accidentally recorded on Faith's phone. The audio repeatedly included voices, yelling, and strange sounds. People online spent years trying to analyze it. Some thought it captured the murder and that multiple people were involved. Others believed the audio was distorted and couldn't prove anything. But investigators had recovered male DNA from the crime scene. For years, they couldn't identify who it belonged to. The case remained unsolved even despite the mass media attention. There were even public tips and forensic testing that still couldn't solve this case. Years later, advanced DNA technology helped identify a suspect. In 2021, police arrested Rosario Sean Blake. He was charged with Faith's murder. DNA had reportedly matched evidence from the crime scene. Even after the arrest, people still debated the motive, whether others were involved, and exactly what happened inside the apartment. Despite the DNA evidence, some parts of the timeline still feel very unclear. Let me know what you think about the case of Faith and what you think happened to her. RIP Faith, and I'll see you in my next video.